Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Heroes of Wellspring City FPS. My name is Zen, and I am usually the DM. Today I am sort of a DM and also sort of just playing Mayor Bronson, everyone's favorite mayor. And with me today is.
Talatala, who will be playing Brittney Megan Bronson, everyone's favorite uh mayor daughter.
Mhm. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, queen. Okay. Um, So, it has been an eventful week in Wellspring City for the group. So, earlier this week, Brittany's father called her into his office to point out the existence of a blog called Hellspring City, which was not so favorable towards the mayor or the city of Wellspring City as a whole, and asked her to figure out who was publishing the blog so that he could, get it taken down. And Brittany, did that in probably the shadiest way possible. But um, and well, uh, to summarize the last few games, the blog is currently down, and Brittany is currently not talking to any of the other party members and has several of them blocked. So it's Brittany. How have the last few days been since torturing Nightlight, and almost getting killed, and breaking up with the rest of the group?
well, hmm. I think during like daylight hours, things are pretty normal. Like she she is trying to get back to a sense of normality. How things used to be before everything. And for the most part, she likes to think she's doing a pretty alright job at that. She's she's hanging out more with her original friends, uh, and um, making more plans. Accusing her uh,
You're
unusual inactivity with.
Tala, you're kind of glitching out.
Oh, oh no! Hold on a second. Okay, I think I turned down turned up input sensitivity. I think that should be good.
Hopefully, you're sounding a bit better now. I'm cracking up at the idea of oh no, Brittany has a software bug.
Oh no. That's a side plot of a future game. We
I'll
cut to Brittany as she's trying to figure out how to get rid of this.
I'm gonna put that in my notes, but yeah, you're
Oh
sounding.
wait, no.
I put a lot of things in my notes. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but yeah, uh, yeah. Continue on. She's been hanging out more with her popular friends.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll say for now it's been a nice change of pace. Um because like I mean sure it is a status thing, but she does hang out with these people for a reason. They've got similar interests and whatnot. Even if does um have to stop herself from talking to Nicola during lunch hour through like a mind link or Uh, you know what? No, she does. Nah, she doesn't need to think about that. Don't worry about it. She's doing fine during daylight hours, and she is a-okay with and perfectly content with her decision to cut the others off. Uh, After school hours, though, and after she's finished hanging out with her uh, friends and whatnot, I think she has been doing more, I guess, research into her newly discovered condition as a- apparently an android. She has discovered after um like a bit of investigation. She can't find any part of her body that is not robotic. And the recording didn't see this, but before we began, I went ahead and rolled an investigation for her, and it was a 21.
Yup, it sure
So,
was.
so she has found Bronson brand parts inside her body, and she, I think, logically, she knows that the implications of what that means, because at first she wanted to believe that, this was just because of the ooze, the catalyst V. But the more she thinks about it, and the more she like goes over the evidence and goes over like her life, because this would definitely have gotten her thinking about her future, as her future as well as her past, because she's pretty sure there's no way to reverse this.
Yeah, that would be
And
pretty hard.
and I think with a 21 she does remember a particularly weird summer when she was 13 that she can't really remember much of, and she starts thinking more about how her memories before then a little fucked up and not there. Just big chunks of her life that just seem to be missing. And um, sure, it would be awfully convenient if these Bronson brand parts were just there, because she is technically a Bronson brand person, but but um she she knows logically that it has worse nations, but I'm not sure she is quite ready to accept that right now. So she will um so after her investigations, and I think by the weekend, by the time the weekend comes, she has essentially fallen into the mindset of, if I don't acknowledge it, it's not real, it doesn't matter, I can just go on with my life and not have to worry about it at all.
Yep, it hasn't been a problem up until now. It's a good, what, 2, 3 years before actually having problems with it. So maybe she can go
She can
another.
burn that bridge when she gets to it.
Yeah, maybe she can go another 2 or 3 years before it becomes a problem again.
My God, it is pouring rain out there. Hope you can't hear that.
No, I don't think I can hear it, so. Just background noise on both our ends that no one can hear, because Yeah, I said this before the recording, but there's an air conditioner going real loud outside my window. But no, I don't hear the rain.
Okay, good.
Um, yeah, so, and as we come into the weekend, I think, like, maybe Saturday morning before Brittney has the chance to uh, go out with her friends again, there is a knock on her door.
All right. What is it?
Miss Bronson, Mayor Bronson would like to see you in his office when you have a minute.
I'll be there in 5.
All right. Um, and he walks off.
All right. Wait, shit. I don't think Brittany would have been keeping track with a website.
Oh dear. How's she gonna use these 5 minutes then? Or you can roll insight.
Sure. Insight. Your modifier is that. Mm-hmm.
One.
Oof,
Oh
that's a
no.
that. I don't like how that's the first roll of the game. That does not spell good things for me.
Oh boy. I can't. You can take advantage. You grew up with this shit.
Okay.
Okay, 17,
Oh,
that's better.
17.
So, uh, yeah, like I said, you have grown up with Mayor Bronson and his assistant and have kind of gotten a feel for, um, determining your father's mood through the way his assistant communicates with you. And would have picked up on the fact that, you were told to come up to the mayor's office at your convenience versus right away, which means it's not urgent, which means your dad isn't especially mad. So,
That's that's definitely good to hear. So I think she will just spend like um the first 2 minutes just getting ready because I kind of assumed that this was like near the tail end of her morning routine.
mhm.
Uh, and then she will head on up.
Yeah. Um, it is Saturday, so the offices are mostly empty. Uh, Not a whole lot of people working over the weekend. Um, but yeah, the mayor's office is, as usual, occupied with the door closed and everything.
All right, then she will go ahead and, as usual, knock.
And from behind the door, you hear, "Come in, come in."
All right, she will open the door, step in. You wanted to see me?
Yes, I did. Have a seat.
All right, she will do just that. Jeez, it's a thunderstorm now.
Oh, jeez. I'm just. The emotional tension of Brittney setting foot in her father's office is being reflected by the dramatic weather outside Tala's window. Okay, I gotta keep it together. Oh. So, yeah, I think, yeah, as Brittney sits down, her dad is, I think, actually at the window that he has in his office that's sort of overlooking the city, um, with his back turned to her, looking out over the city skyline, as he talks, and he's like, Brittney, over the past couple months, uh, you have had a couple of disappointing uh words. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Uh
okay.
I'm just like he would be formal, but I don't know the words. So, he's like, "You know, Brittney, over the past couple of months, you have disappointed me a couple of times. I have to admit, when I asked you to deal with the that awful blog, I wasn't expecting much to come from it. Um, but then he like turns around and he does not look mad. He looks like sort of pleasantly surprised, and he's like, "But I really shouldn't have sold you short. You went above and beyond. I should have known better than to expect little from you. You are my daughter after all."
Oh man. Can I go like ahead and roll a deception real quick? Because I don't think Brittany was not expecting that.
Yeah.
She like she's gonna try and keep her face neutral, but she was not expecting that. Ooh,
Ooh,
25.
25. Yeah, that does it. So she's able to keep a perfectly neutral face as like Mayor Bronson just sort of walks back over to his desk and casually takes a seat. Uh yeah, and he's like, "I was expecting information at best, but you really took some initiative here, getting that entire blog taken down. I must admit, uh I didn't expect that from you."
Well, I just did my best.
Indeed you did. Uh I must say I am curious though. Did you manage to find out who was behind the blog?
Hmm. Shit. I need to think about what. Shit. I need to think about this. What does she? What does she say?
I will say that he would accept something like, "Oh, you don't need to worry about them anymore," or like, "I've taken care of it. They won't be a problem," in place of, a name. It's like, I don't want Lena to get out in here, but also like he's gonna ask, 'cause that's like what he sent her out for. So like,
I think. Hmm. Uh. Yeah. Okay. I think she will basically just say. Ugh. Hold on. Words. It's been a bit. I'm not quite in the Brittany mindset.
yeah, I feel you.
Whew. Uh. Hmm. Well, I can't just reveal all my secrets. Rest assured, though, they won't be a problem anymore.
Um, yeah, and he nods at that, and he's like, "Well, as long as you get the job done, I suppose I don't really need to know how the sausage gets made." Uh, but excellent work, Brittany.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll like another deception real quick, cause shit, bro. She praise from her father is a rare thing, I imagine,
Yeah.
and this makes her extraordinarily happy.
Oh.
And I think he can tell that she's trying hard not to just uh, break out into a giant smile,
Oh my god. I can roll for him just in case, but
just in case.
just in case. Oh, he sucks
Never
ass.
mind.
He does not.
She is the picture of professionalism.
The only thing worse than Brittany's ability to handle praise from her father, with a straight face is his ability to, figure out what his daughter is feeling.
Pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah. So he's like, well, I believe that some sort of celebration should be in order. Uh, Obviously not openly celebrating the removal of a unsavory blog from the internet, but uh I do believe that you deserve some sort of reward for your hard work. That winter formal at your school is coming up soon, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, of course. I know that's supposed to be a lot of fun in and of itself, but why don't you have an after party here as well? I can get one of the event spaces all prepared, for you to have some of your friends over and have a nice time.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I think me and my friends would enjoy that.
Of course you would. I may not know much about teenage girls, but of course they love a party, don't they?
Yes, they sure do.
All right. Well, I think that's all I have for you today. Um, yes. You're free to go about your day and enjoy your weekend, Brittany.
uh, thank you. You too, Father. And she will uh go ahead and leave.
Hmm. Yeah, like as she heads out, he turns to like, typing something up on his computer, doing some sort of work. Uh, and then the door closes and Brittany is out in the hallway.
I think like after a brief moment to like compose herself, she will she will take this as a sign that yes, things are returning to normal, and she will, instead of doing anything uh instead of doing anything weird that or investigation that might ruin that normality, she is just going to go ahead and turn on her phone and start texting her her friends uh about the party that she'll be hosting after the winter formal. And uh hey, since you guys are like my besties, do you all uh do you have any fun things you want to see at the party? Because my father has decided that uh we could have it at the tower.
Ooh.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. There's probably, some excitement from that because, you know, these are your friends. They've been over to, your room at the tower, but the sort of event space that Mayor Bronson was talking about is, uh sort of like banquet halls where he usually holds like dinner parties with political donors or like CEOs of other companies that he does business with, that sort of thing. So it's very fancy, especially for. I hope you can't hear that.
No, I don't think I can.
Okay, it's an ambulance.
Oh dear.
So I'll probably cut that part out. But yeah, especially for a group of teenage girls. So
Maybe this should be a. And I think she like. I think she will like just spend her morning texting with her friends about party plans. Like, who should be on the guest list? Maybe we could. Maybe this could be an entire school thing. You know, a big celebration, or stuff like that. She like make no mistake. She feels regret about not being able to and like cutting off the rest of the group, but I think I think for this morning, just um talking to some of her original friends, she finds that her situation is just a little more tolerable.
yeah, if you don't think about it, uh,
Everything's fine.
mhm,
She knows that, yeah, she's a robot and her father might, maybe, probably has something to do with it, uh, she's but you know what? She has a party to plan. She has friends to talk to. She probably has a date later this afternoon with a guy from school. It's fine.
mhm.
She can go back to being a normal teenage girl.
Not just a normal teenage girl, a normal popular teenage girl. She
True.
she has so much stuff that can occupy her time and her thoughts if she uh wants it to.
She does not need to she she doesn't need to worry about the others or what they're up to. She has gossip to keep up with and ever changing social dynamics to make note of and slash or take advantage of. She's got old habits to fall back into.
Mhm. Everything is
And
just fine.
yeah, so I think this FPS will end on a good note. Brittney Brittney will go through the rest of her day with a spring in her step. It turns out everything worked out.
Yeah, who knew? Being a little bit mean uh helped her out a big deal. Maybe she should bully people more often.
Yeah, she has been like compared to the rest of her friend group, she has been falling behind on her bullying. I think this is a good point to end the FPS before.
Before we go into full on making Brittany just irredeemably cruel. All right. Well, that was.
This has been, I suppose, you could consider this like a brief intermission between bigger games and events in the Wellspring campaign. This has been uh, Heroes of Wellspring City at 12 FPS, Daughter of the Month.
It sure has been. Thank you for playing with me, Tala, and thanks to everyone listening.
Yep. Thanks for playing as well, and I hope anyone listening has a good time zone. Goodbye.
Bye.